Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll discuss about how you can become an RPA developer. We should go through why you should do it, why you should consider changing your career, and of course we will go through what are the steps that you need to take from step 1 until you becoming a full-fledged developer. So without further ado, let's go directly and dive into the why. When it comes to why, I actually have 5 reasons that I want to share with you. Of course, you may have some already because you stumbled upon my video. So let's go through mine, and I would love to hear about yours right below in the comments. It makes me add to the list and think about it in a different approach. My first reason is because it's very easy to learn. Anybody can do it, so why not you? It's a low-code, no-code platform that can easily be learned by somebody that doesn't have any technical background until starting to learn. Of course, if you have some, if you are already a programmer, or if you have touched base with at least Visual Basic for application, the language that helps Excel automate tasks, it would be much easier, and you can also become much faster power user of RPA. But if you don't, then yeah, it's a great place to start. It's very easy, anybody can understand, and actually the resources that I will discuss later on in the video will get you through all the steps, so no problem here. Second reason, it's very fast. You can actually become an RPA developer in no time, from zero to hero in a matter of 2 weeks. And that's actually something amazing. We'll discuss a bit more about the timelines, but just to have an idea, this is the amount of hours that you actually need. So hard to compare with any other skill that you can get and land you a job right away. Yeah, and when we're thinking about jobs, man, those RPA developers are pretty well paid. So considering that it's just an entry level into the technology world, thinking about the salaries that we see here in the market are actually something amazing that you can grab pretty easily with not necessarily, as I've said, a lot of already technical stuff. Of course, some of the salaries are actually targeting people that already know some, but just aspirational level, you can think about those and it's pretty easy to land them. So I think that that's the third reason. Fourth, this is actually a career that's pretty future-proof. The industry is growing very fast. We can see that the market is expanding and all the forecasts are actually presenting some very nice figures for the future. So even though a lot of people around you will start and get the skill and try to learn, you have a lot of space in the market to develop. Think about that in 5 years from now, you will be the RPA developer that already has 5 years under his belt. So that's something that you should consider. The fifth reason, which is closest to my heart, it's also related to the future-proofness of this career. AI is starting to boom as well, and RPA it's the best tool to integrate artificial intelligence into real business problems. Starting to learn about RPA, it gives you the ability to pretty easily switch to some very niche areas of the technology that are now just starting. You can use all the platforms that are out there in connection with RPA. Having this skill will actually be the thing that will make you be able to use all those goodies that artificial intelligence brings now. You can easily integrate with a robot, machine learning, document understanding, computer vision, natural language processing, sentiment analysis, and much more. Okay, if you are still here, probably you are still interested to become an RPA developer. Enough talk about why you should do it. Let's see actually how it can be done, how you can become a full-fledged RPA developer in no time. So let's dive onto my PC and take you through all the steps that you need to take into account, considering some timelines and of course considering some resources that you may need. What it is that you need in order to start. First of all, you need of course an internet connection, but I assume you already have one. You also need a Windows machine. UiPath it's only running on Windows, at least for the moment. And you have some hardware prerequisites that you can see here on the screen. Of course, I would recommend to go with the biggest, with the recommended part, because it makes all the stuff much easier. But if you don't have access to it, the minimum should be enough in order to run UiPath Studio, the tool that will help you build flows and robots. What I really love about UiPath is the fact that they make it so easy, as I've said. And here they have UiPath Academy, the place where you should start, the place that all the roles in RPA can start. It's a very well organized place where you can find out a lot of things about their new features, but at the same time, it's a very great place to start. So what I would recommend is you starting by learning by a role. So first of all, take a look at all the trainings, make yourself a little bit familiar with the platform, and once you are done with that, let's take a look at what it means to become an RPA developer. And of course we have here RPA Developer Foundation. You can easily see on the screen that there are two separate paths for becoming full-fledged RPA developer, but the first step, or the stepping stone, if I may say this way, it's the RPA Developer Foundation set of courses. So it's actually a path, it's not necessarily one course. Let's dive a bit into it. You can see here that there are a lot of independent videos, which makes it very easy to follow, very easy to learn at your own pace. You can stop, you can then do your actual job and get back to it whenever you have the time. I find it very useful to allocate some blocks of time during my day to learn new things. And I'm also aware of the fact that when you are starting an endeavor like this one, you need to let the information sink easily. You will not be able to learn for 8 hours if this is totally fresh for you. So think about starting with somewhere around 1 hour per day and then gradually increasing that until you are able to complete this. The 35 hours and 45 minutes, it's actually the completion time. So at the end of this training, you will be able to understand a bit more and to build your own bots. That's the great part. You don't need to finalize the foundation and then start the next training in order to have an idea and be able to write code. You're actually going to be able once you complete this course. The part that's also amazing is, as we've seen earlier, there are a lot of things that they take into account, and they are actually starting with the basics. So once you have information about variables, arguments, and all the good stuff, it's actually much easier to build on that and understand. For a non-technical person, that's mandatory. So if you are already a technical person and you have a role that covers those areas, you can easily fly through some of those and you will finish it probably much faster. But for the rest, the great part is that these trainings are taking you from zero, no need for prior knowledge, and yeah, you can do it. Starting with UiPath, it gives you another advantage as well. They are fastly becoming the leader of the market, and at the same time they are using the latest technology and becoming the hyper-automation platform that tomorrow will find. So what I'm trying to say by this is that you will have access, and you already have through their products, to advanced artificial intelligence algorithms and integration with a great variety of providers of different technologies that are actually complementary with RPA. So I'm strongly advising you to start with UiPath. That's my preferred option at this point in time. I will try to review on this channel some other providers as well. So this is how you become an RPA developer in no time. I just hope that you find some value in this video. If so, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps a lot the channel to grow. It was my pleasure to guide you through this journey today, and I really hope that in the future I would be able to give you much more information about technology and RPA in particular. So see you next time.